I have spent an absurd amount of time either freelancing or working with freelancers in the past 5 years. And in that time, I've narrowed down what is genuinely worth spending money on in order to help your freelance career progress. Because despite the name, freelancing is definitely not free. So here are the top 5 things that I think are worth investing in as a freelancer. So the first one is boring travel. So whether that is getting a train from your local city to the next one, or whether it's a hotel in the middle of a crappy city, whatever it's going to take to get you out of the house and in front of clients and in front of peers is an essential necessity. Because what we often get trapped in as freelancers is this kind of feast and famine cycle when it comes to work. And the only way you can alleviate that, and you'll never cure it by the way, but the only way you can alleviate it is to try and get a steady stream of leads. And in order to get a steady stream of leads, you need to be visible. And one of the best ways to be visible is to get out of the house. Being a sofa sloth will only ever get you so far. Number 2 is to invest in a co-working membership. So few freelancers actually do this. It really surprises me. And I was way too late to the party on that. And now I have Interim HQ, which is the best thing I have ever invested in. It's now my favourite place to be, and I get the most work done I think I've ever done in my entire life in this space. Now, you don't need your own office, but a co-working membership is a brilliant way to A, set a routine, and B, get in amongst other people who are working really hard at the same time. And it's also got a bit of a wild card advantage to it in that you never know who's going to be in the space at any one time. So you may well network as well as actually get some serious work done. Number 3 is equipment and subscriptions. So do not underestimate how easy your employer has made it for you to do a really good job of your job. Whether that's new laptops, top-end subscriptions for platforms that you use, whether that's Adobe or SEO platforms or whatever your weapon of choice might be, when you jump ship and go freelance, you really should consider investing in these particular things. The reason being is that the friction it will create if you don't do that will far outweigh the cost of the subscriptions in the first place or the equipment. When I first went freelance, I financed my laptop because I couldn't afford to spend, X amount of hundreds of pounds on a really good laptop. But the finance really helped me, and it made sure that I had stuff to hand to make my job as easy as possible. There is nothing more demotivating than setting up to do your job that day and not being able to do it to the best of your ability because your equipment or your subscriptions won't let you. So whatever it takes, make sure that you can afford the best that you can at that point in your freelance career and spend on it, whatever that may look like for you. And number 4 is the expensive coffees. Treat yourself to the matchas, to the oat flat whites, whatever your chosen coffee of choice is, because the brain space that you get from taking yourself out of your office or your co-working space and into the park and outside so that you can actually get your thoughts together is worth a million coffees and is far outweighs the £4.50 that it's cost you to buy that individual one. Because I don't know about you, but for me, when I'm actually outside by myself, I often come up with my favourite ideas. I also work through a lot of the challenges that I find really tricky to get kind of out of my head when I'm in my work environment. And also, we have to prioritise getting outside as freelancers because it's very easy to get into the trap of just staying indoors and internalising all our work issues without taking a moment to step back and work through them. And number 5 is my absolute favourite, which is spend money on nice stuff for yourself. Like, you've chosen one of, if not the hardest career paths there is. So to ferret away all of your gotten gains along the way feels a little bit of a waste. Like, there's a reason you do all your own invoicing. There's a reason you do all your own sales, your marketing, your chasing of clients, your finding of clients, etc. You should therefore be able to reap the rewards of your extra hard work. So make sure that you take specific time out of your day to pause, reflect, and spend some of that cash on yourself. So if realist kind of content is your kind of thing and you're looking at a career in freelancing, then take a look at this next video that gives you a really good foundation of where to start.